Friday. Welcome to this week's live and this month's Scrapbooking with Paper Pumpkin video. So every month I take the Paper Pumpkin subscription kit and I turn it into a scrapbook layout. So welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Sherry Roth. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Alberta, Canada. And I'm excited to be here. I absolutely love this month's kit. But before we dig into this month's kit, I wanted to share another kit with you. So if you are not familiar with Stampin' Up! Stampin' Up! Has a bunch of different products. Card making, scrapbooking, we've got a little bit of everything. But kits are a great way to start or to create if you're looking for quick and easy projects. So we have this kit. It was released at the beginning of this month. It's called the Scenic Route Travel Journal Kit. And it includes everything that you need to create this fun kind of traveler's notebook style travel journal. So I created this actually while sitting on the couch watching the hockey game the other night, and it was so fun. Almost everything that I've used is in the kit. I did add some white baker's twine, which if you follow me, you know white baker's twine or any kind of twine is like a necessity for me. I did also add in a brown marker so I could go around the edges of some of my pieces. And I thought there was one other thing that I added. Can't remember off the top of my head, but it might come through when I do a flip through. So this is kind of, it's a closure. So the book, which is hardcover, it actually comes ready to go with the elastics. And then there are inserts that you tuck in here. So I'm just going to do a quick flip through of what I've done. I've kind of customized it for a trip that my husband and I have planned for the fall. So fun. I did add some copy paper so that I could cut, so that I could give myself an idea of how I wanted things laid out. I like to do that. And then I'll just plop my photos on top of that. So you can see that there's like little flip outs, there's pockets. Here's another pocket. You could add extra photos or memorabilia in there. This I plan to put some extra photos in. All right on here. So it's just, here's another pocket. So fun. So fun. So there we go. So that took me, like I was done before the end of the hockey game. And I still have some leftover pieces. You get so much in this kit. This doesn't come in the kit. You get a full roll of tear and tape. I hardly used any of it. You get it in four different languages, English, French, German, and I believe Dutch. I still have one extra insert, which I think I'm going to use to create a scrapbook layout. I have some extra die cut pieces. I've got some alphabet stickers left because I didn't add titles to many of my layouts because I don't know exactly what photos are going to go in there. So these I will just kind of tuck in that kit so that I can add that. I've got an extra pocket and some extra stickers. So I plan on creating an additional scrapbook layout or two with the leftover pieces, but this was such a fun kit. And if you have a trip to document, whether it's upcoming or maybe something that you've taken in the past, this is a great way to document it. So that is the Scenic Route Travel Journal Kit. All right, I had to share that because I was super excited about it. All right. Okay, so today, let me pull in this month's kit. Now you can see my box has, it's seen better days. This month's kit is called Life is Sweet. And actually, I haven't received my kit this morning yet, as of this morning. Thankfully, I have a downline member that we go walking several times a week. And I was commenting that I hadn't received it. And she lives like in a neighborhood right across the street from me. And she's received hers. So she said, oh, just use mine, and then when yours comes in, I'll just get it from you. So thank you, Tracy, for loaning me your kit, because I love, on this Friday every month, I love to share a scrapbook layout with the kit. So this month's kit has some soft, subtle colors in it, and it's very fruity. So that's the name, Life is Sweet. So we've got some lemons, we've got some peaches, and we've got some cherries. So let me share the cards with you. So miss you, wish you were here. We've got some cherries on them. So I kept them pretty similar. I did stamp a different greeting. Oh, no, not that one. I kept the greeting the same. Super pretty. Really, really like it. And then we've got hello. There was a greeting at the bottom, but I just left it as hello. And then congrats so much to celebrate. So those are the 3 kits. You get the supplies to create 3 each of these 3 cards. So 9 cards. You get an exclusive stamp set, which is all words this month. So you've got you're truly amazing. Life is so much sweeter with friends like you. Wish you were here. Thanks, sweet friend. Sending a big squeeze and so much to celebrate. A Shy Shamrock ink pad. Adhesive. This month you get linen thread and some little embellishments. And mini glue dots. So we're going to leave all these out so that we can use them. And then you get everything that you need to create the cards, including envelopes. And these die cut words are glitter paper. It's hard. I don't know how much it's showing up on the screen, but they're cut from glimmer paper. So there's congrats, hello, miss you. I think those are the 3 words. All right. So I've pulled out kind of one of each of the supplies that I plan on using. And I'm going to put this away. Okay. And I've got 2 4x6 photos that I'm going to document today and a white 12x12. So I've matted my photos onto a piece of black cardstock. This measures, I think it's about 4.5 or 4 1/4 by 12 inches. That's going to go across kind of the middle like that. But we're going to do something to the background. Now, I've also got, like I said, I pulled out kind of one of each of all the pieces. We don't need this. And kind of put this in a little dish so that I know what to pull from. And I'm going to use, I've brought in a few extra products. So one of the things that coordinates with this is the Citrus Blooms bundle from the annual catalog. So this shape right here is actually the same as one of the dies that's in the catalog or in this bundle. And then this is also, oh, it's a little bit of a different size, but it's the same shape. So this is another piece from the kit. So I've pulled this out in case I want to die cut some extra leaves or maybe some little flowers. And then I also pulled out the stamp set because I want to stamp this image kind of in the background. All right, just to step up the white a little bit. There's a lot of white on there, and we're gonna add lots more to it. The other thing that I've pulled out is this set of dies. This set of dies it's called Greetings of the Season. This is a product that's going to be available in July. It is an online exclusive item, and it actually comes as a bundle. Let me grab the stamp set here. It comes as a bundle with a Christmas greeting set. So Greetings of the Season, you get this stamp set and then these dies. And there is an additional stamp set that you can get, Everyday Greetings, where you can use them all year round. So it's got a little bit of everything in there. I love that there's an anniversary in there because a lot of greeting sets don't have anniversary greetings. So I love that. So that will be available. I believe it's July 3rd that will be available. These dies are amazing. You're gonna see, I've shared 1 or 2 projects already using them. Today we're gonna use lots of them, and I've got several projects coming up that I'll be sharing using them as well. I absolutely love them. Ever since they came in, they've been sitting on my desk and I've been using them on everything. Okay, so some of the things that I've done in advance, apart from pull out some pieces, is I've taken some of the scraps because I did create, in addition to the cards that I shared, I did create a 2-page spread, which I'll share towards the end of this video using the supplies. And so I used some of my scraps and I cut out some of these dies. So I've got this one. I had a little scrap, so I just cut out this one. We've got an oval shape. We've got another oval shape. We've got this one, which I shortened a little bit. We've got this one, and we've got this one. So that's what I've cut out so far. I might cut out more, I'm not sure, but that's what I started with. I didn't want you guys to see me kind of cranking everything through. All right. Now, my color palette, I think I'm going to stick with Peach Pie, Lemon Lolly, and Pool Party. Look how soft and beautiful those colors are. Love them. And I'm going to stamp this image in the background. And I think I'm going to do, I'm trying to think here. I think I'll do peach, but I think I'm going to stamp off so it's a little bit lighter. Okay, so I've got a scrap piece of paper here. And this is a larger stamp. So I'm going to flip my stamp over and ink it up this way. And we'll stamp off. And then I'm going to figure out where I want to position this. I'm going to go not quite in the middle, just a little higher up. And we're going to do one there. And then we'll re-ink it. And we'll stamp off. And we'll do one right about here. So we're going to start with 2. I may add another one. All right. So we've got that. I've also pulled out from that same stamp set, I've pulled out this, but I'm going to hold off on stamping this right now because I want to do my tuck-ins. So I'm going to grab my T-square so I can kind of position this. And so that it's straight. And I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive. I'm not going to add it too close to the edges because I want to do several tuck-ins. There's going to be lots of tuck-ins on this layout. Let's see, we want to do it. Right about there. Okay, so these photos are of a group of demonstrators that we do an event. It's local demonstrators. We do an event called the Creative Carnival. We do it with the release of every catalog. The next one, if you're local to me in the Sherwood Park or Edmonton area, the next one will be the first Saturday in October, which I believe off the top of my head is October 5th. It's a great event because we highlight tons of product from the new catalog. So these are the demonstrators that were involved in the last one. And then this group here is kind of my up line and side lines and a down line as well. So those are the pictures. Okay, now I'm going to pull in my pieces and this. So this piece I'm going to actually trim in half. So I'm going to bring my paper trimmer. Now there is a vellum piece and then there is this die cut piece, which comes just like this. Paper pumpkin kits are meant to be quick and easy, and often all you need to do is just stamp a greeting and it's done. I'm cutting through 2 layers here, it's a little thick. Okay. All right, so half of this I'm not going to use for this. I'll set it aside and use it on a different project. But this piece I am going to use. So I'm going to flip it over, add some dimensionals, some mini glue dots to the back. I'll just add 3 of them, peel off the backing. So these are the mini glue dots that come in the paper pumpkin kit. They're a little bit different than our usual mini glue dots. And then we're going to stick that on here. right, and then we'll flip it over and we're going to take just a little bit of tear and tape and I'm going to put it right on the edge. And then this is going to get tucked under here. So this is what I mean when I say tuck-ins. That's going to go like that. All right. And then we've got this piece. I'm going to create several more little tuck-ins here. I'm going to kind of play around with the positioning here until I get it the way I like it. Okay, let's see here. Okay, these ones are going to go up here. And this one I might trim so it's a little smaller, a little shorter. All right, let's see here. We'll do that there, maybe this in behind here. Actually, I think we might do this one back here. This one here. Okay, yeah, I like that. All right, so I'm going to start with this one because this one's the furthest behind. I'm going to put that there. I might still add some ribbon or twine through that hole. So I'm going to leave that so it's not stuck down too much so that I have the option to do that. That looks like it's straight. And then we'll do this one. This is a great way, or a great technique to use your scraps. So you can do this with a bunch of just little pieces. You can cut like partial pieces just like this. That's not really straight. All right, and then this one. So you can see I'm purposefully kind of covering the holes on some of them just so that I don't have to feed things through each one of those holes. Okay, and then I also have this. This is one of the pieces from the kit. I might actually trim this so it's a little smaller. Maybe I'll cut it in half. So I'm just kind of cutting it so that the leaves still look like full leaves. And let's see here. Let's do this. Doesn't have to be perfect because this bit will get tucked underneath. So I'm thinking I'll tuck this here like that. So again, I'll pull in those mini glue dots that came in my kit. So far the only thing that I've added in is some white 12 by 12. I did use a stamp set and some dies. And a little bit of black cardstock, but all of these labels were cut from pieces of the card bases. All right, That's going to get tucked in there like that. Doesn't have to be straight. I'm going to cover over that little gap that's there. Okay, and then I've got lots of little pieces here. All of these pieces are from the kit. So we've got some lemons, which I think we will add kind of up here. Or maybe we'll do, these are quite large, maybe we'll add the lemons down here. And then we've got some peaches. Peaches might be good up here. Add a few here. And there are some cherries in this kit as well. I'm not sure we're gonna add the cherries though. And I did pop out this glittery U as well, because my title is going to be Grateful for You. So I want to include that on here somewhere. I gotta play around with the positioning a little bit. Okay, and I've got some scraps here. I've got the word grateful, which I'll share where I got that from in a minute. There are also some vellum leaves that are in this kit that I will likely add in here somewhere. And there are these tiny little vellum flowers as well, which I might add in, but we're gonna set that aside for now. Okay, now let's play around with our embellishment clusters. Okay, before we do this, I have stamped Grateful. So I used a Stampin' Write marker, inked it up and stamped Grateful on just some white cardstock and then kind of fussy cut around it. I am also going to use the word for as well, but I need to figure out my title, like where I want it positioned. So actually let's work on this cluster first. Okay. So the kit came with this linen thread. I am going to use it. So it's quite curly, which I don't mind, but I am going to straighten it a little bit. And then I'm going to tie a bow and make my loops quite large. That might be a bit too large, but I can adjust them. Let's make them a little smaller. This is a simple way to get that kind of messy look in behind your embellishment clusters. So what I do want to be mindful of is I want to be mindful of not going over the edge, because this page needs to fit into my page protector, right? So let's maybe do this one going this way and that one going that way. This kind of reminds me of a fish. Okay, so I don't like that gap. So I think we will switch it around. Now I don't like that, but I can fill that in with maybe one of these peaches. There's like some medium-sized peaches here. So I could do that. And this we can pop up using dimensionals. That's going to go on there like that, and then grateful, and then I'll do the word for. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so we will use a mini glue dot to adhere our twine. I'm going to adjust this just a little bit so it doesn't hang off the edge. Add that on there. We'll do some dimensionals on this guy. And then we'll do some dimensionals on this one. So does anybody else like to scrapbook with their paper pumpkin kits? I'm super excited about our scrapbooking release, which should come sometime in the fall, because we're gonna have die cut pieces and stickers, and I find it's a little faster to scrapbook when you have these kinds of things. And I think that's why I really enjoy scrapbooking with our paper pumpkin kits. This guy might be good over here. Okay, so I'm just trying to play around with the positioning of the U and where I want it. I should probably get my 4 done. Let's see. So we've got the stamp, I've got a little scrap of white, and I've got my black marker, and I'm just going to ink up the word 4. Give it a little huff and stamp down on there, and then I'll cut it out. So that's exactly what I did with the word grateful. I just fussy cut around the letters. Okay, the other thing I need to be mindful of is I do want to include some journaling on here as well. Okay, I like that. Let's go ahead and adhere this. And this guy we'll put on flat. And I think this, because it's so tiny, we're just going to use a little mini glue dot for this. And then I think this guy's going to get popped up using a dimensional. Should we add a 3rd one of these peaches in here? Yeah, I like that. All right. I'm just going to tuck a little dimensional in here. And slide that guy in there. There we go. All right, that's a cute little embellishment cluster. All right, let's work on this. Oh, we've got these leaves as well, which we could maybe tuck in here. Let's see, this one's a little smaller. Let's see. Yeah, I like that. Okay, for this one I'm going to use just a little bit of multi-purpose glue. And I'm going to slide it underneath here. Try not to get it on my photo. And if there was a bit more room, I'd put another one there, but I don't want it hanging off the edge, so I might just leave that there. I might add another one up here. All right, so we need some dimensionals on the back of these. Oh, I don't think we need that up there because it's got the green leaves. Okay, this is going to go on flat. Let's just cover this over. And then we'll add this one. And then that guy on there. And I'm just kind of curling up the leaves just a little bit. All right, let's see. Do we want to add a little bit of baker's twine, or not baker's twine, linen thread over here? I don't know, I'm gonna hold off because I've got these two bits here. Okay, so this piece, I am going to kind of layer them. So I'm gonna take this and put it on flat. And then this guy, lining up the holes. And then this guy. That way, or do I want it? You know what? I think we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this first one straight, and then these ones kind of at an angle. And then this twine that I just tied is going to go right in here. So it looks like it's holding these pieces together. And this is a great place where I can write like the when or the where. Okay, so now let's see what I've got left here. Okay, I've got this scrap of yellow, which I could kind of tuck in here. Yeah, I like that extra little bit of yellow. We're gonna do that. And I do still want to do a little bit more stamping on this layout. Just want like a hint of that showing. There we go. Okay. So now I want to take this stamp, and I think I'm going to do it in Pool Party. And I love this stamp in this set. So this is from the Citrus Blooms stamp set. And we'll do one up here. Actually, let's do it coming off of the page. Okay, I think I'm going to add a couple that are stamped off. I might not add any more up there. Okay. Let's see, what else do we have here? Okay, so I have this bottom bit of a tag that I cut. This is from one of the card bases. One of the card bases is white on the back, so I cut it. It's a little bit of a different white color than the white background, so I might not use that. I do have this Life is So Much Sweeter with Friends Like You that I kind of wanted to include on it, which maybe I can cut another shape and stamp it and position it on here. Let's see. Okay, we've got this. Will it fit in this one? Yes, it will. Okay, so I'm going to go die cut this. I'll be right back. this piece was just a leftover piece from one of the card bases. And then I think that'll be good right there. So we're gonna stamp this. I'm gonna grab some Memento ink. Okay, and then I've got this little jar or little bowl of some scraps of ribbon left over from recent projects that I've done. I think I might use this because it'll bring in the sparkle from the U. We'll feed this through. And then we'll take some linen thread, wrap that around. And then tie a bow. And I still need to figure out where I'm going to add my journaling. I have a fair bit of space here, so I might just do it right on the white background. Okay, so we've got that. We're going to trim these so they're a little shorter. That's going to go on there. We'll use some dimensionals for that. Super cute. Okay. So I've got my 3 areas of linen thread. I think I'm going to skip putting anything through there. And then I think I might do my journaling just down here. I don't have a lot that I want to write, but I have a little bit. So I might just add it right underneath there. And I'll do that off camera. So I will share a photo of the finished layout afterwards. Now I have these embellishments that came with the kit. So we're going to add some of these on here. All right, and I think I'm done. I really like how it turned out. It's kind of like a nice subtle layout. Let me bring it up a little closer. Using lots of little scraps from the card bases. And it's got that fruity flair, which is kind of fun. I love it. Love how it turned out. All right, and then I had mentioned that I created another layout. So let me share that. Let me just scoot these out of the way so I don't get ink on it. So this was a 2-page spread that I created. And you probably won't be able to see all of both pages, but it goes together like this. Oh, not too bad actually. So I included both all the fruits. So we've got the lemons, we've got the cherries, and we've got the peaches, and it says hello summer. I did a little bit of ink blending and some stamping in the background. And this whole element here is almost exactly the same as the card. I thought that would make a great placeholder for a title. And then here I used one of those greetings of the season dies to cut this piece for the tag. I did add in some lemon lolly cardstock. and I embossed it using the eyelet embossing folder. And then I added in some little trios of dots here and there, which I love doing. I feel like it's just a simple way to add a little something extra. And it was a great way to tie in the brown from the summer. All right, so there are a couple ideas on how you can use this month's kit for scrapbooking. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys again next week. Thanks so much for watching. Have a fabulous weekend.